welcome to another edition of Mobilitas Monday. First and foremost, next week, Sunday, April 2nd from 8 to 10 will be our second week of Mobilitas Foundations, working on press mechanics and helping you to improve every movement related to that archetype. That's bench press, push-ups, handstand push-ups, ring dips, literally anything that has the press mechanic. We're going to address the issues that go along with that and how to fix it. So be sure to come on by. That's 8 to 10 o'clock right here at CrossFit Revamped. Today we're focusing on recovery for 17.4, which is 55 deadlifts, 55 wall balls, 55 calories on the row, and 55 handstand push-ups or hand release push-ups. If you did this workout, hopefully you did my 17.4 mobility prep work. If not, still go ahead and check out that video. There's a couple of tips in there that will apply to the recovery as well. But we are going to take this a step further today. The two main areas of focus are restoring suppleness and health to your glute tissues as well as your triceps. I felt that they got beat up pretty bad. I've heard a lot of complaints about back pain, shoulder pain, and arm pain from all the movements. So we're going to go ahead and get that alleviated. The two tools I have today are a roller and a lacrosse ball. We'll be able to do everything that we need to with those two pieces. If you don't have one or the other, you can use just one. That's perfectly fine, but if you're able to do them in conjunction with each other, that's going to give you optimal results.
Alright, so first up I want to tackle our glutes. This is kind of the powerhouse of the body. It's going to feed slack back into the lower back if you were having back issues. It's going to alleviate the knots and increase some power output in the glutes itself, and also help out the hamstrings. So the first thing I'm going to do is get onto a roller and let the roller sink in as deep as I possibly can, and very slowly apply some forward and back, side to side pressure, and look for some tight spots. And when I find them, like I'm sitting on one right now, I'm going to take my leg and internally and externally rotate back and forth, flex and extend, try to get some range of motion back into these tissues. We're spending, I'll call it about 2-3 minutes per cheek, just trying to suppleize all the tissues. It's going to depend on the person, how tight you are, and how much tolerance you can get into allowing the mobility tools to sink in. If you're having trouble letting them sink in, maybe take a step back and do some banding good mornings, or just get warm again, maybe hop on the bike or a rower just to get those tissues going again. After you're on the foam roller, lacrosse ball, same deal. Apply some deep pressure, forward and back and side to side, contract and relax, floss through, bring that range of motion back. And with the lacrosse ball, let's also make sure that we hit the medial side of the glute over almost where the protrusion of the hip bone comes out on the side, but there is a small pocket right there that's usually pretty tender, but if you can get to make some change in that area, it's going to be well worth your efforts. Alright, so next up we're going to work on the triceps. This is an area of the body that can actually help feed slack back into the elbow, back into the shoulder, and alleviate any of those issues that you may have experienced from doing this workout. So the first thing we're going to do before we touch either of our mobility tools is to actually grab the skin on the tricep area and try to pinch and roll and break apart these stiff tissues and feed some slack back down into the area. It'll make it a little bit easier when we start to tackle it with our tools. Now, once we do that for a couple of minutes, we can go ahead and take our roller. I like to use a box. It just makes it a little bit easier to access. And I'm going to apply a good amount of pressure, let it sink in. I'm going to go forward and back, side to side, floss through, open and close my hand, do what I have to start to feel the change in that area. Once that's done, you can do the same thing with a lacrosse ball. It's going to apply a little bit more acute pressure and really start to get in there, so make sure that you do it with a foam roller before doing it with the lacrosse ball. Otherwise it might be a little bit too uncomfortable for your liking. But we're looking again, maybe 2 minutes per arm, and this is going to fluctuate depending on the person, depending on how tight you are, and depending on how tender you are. But above all else, make sure that you do take care of your tissues so that you can go ahead and perform 17.5 next week and kick ass while doing so.